Hey, it's IdkWhatsRc and this is my level 1 to 99 fire making guide sponsored by Smoking Dice. In this video I'll tell you 3 different ways to get level 99. So Bonfire, Pyrelord, and the Jadinko Lair method. Okay, so before actually talking about the different methods, I want to mention a few influence. So first of all, the Ring of Fire and the Flame Gloves that can be obtained from the minigame All Fire Top after the quest All Fire Top. So basically, while wearing both of the items, you will get a 5% bonus experience in firemaking, so I highly recommend to get them and wear them. There is also the Inferno Aids at level 92 firemaking that can be very useful while woodcutting. So basically it has a 33% chance to burn the log as it is cut. So basically from level 1 to 99 woodcutting at Arctic Pine, you could expect to get around 3 million firemaking experience, and at peak you will get 5 million experience in firemaking, and it's totally free. Another very useful item is the Penance Horn obtained at the Barbarian Assholes. So basically it will double the amount of experience we'll get in firemaking for a bonus of 1,780,000 bonus experience at level 99. So it's very good, but to fill the horn it will take you around 3 to 6 hours depending on how good you are. But don't forget that there is friend chat that can offer you to fill it for you. Now let's talk about the Pyrelord at level 46 summoning. So obviously it's needed for the Pyrelord method, and by using a log on it you will get a plus 10 bonus experience in firemaking. And finally, the Book of Char obtained after the quest, the Firemaker Curse. So it's a very useful item because it will allow you to get a lot of experience in a short amount of time. But you can only use this superpower once per day. So there are different methods, like I will explain later how to use it. But the most common one is to get around 60k experience in firemaking in 3 minutes of work. So it's up to 1 million experience per hour of work, but you can do it only once per day. Okay, so the first method I will show you is the Bonfire one. So the good thing is that it's totally away from keyboard, you're always close to a bank, and you will even get free summoning charms from the fire spirits. So every time you add a log to a bonfire, you have one chance out of 100 to summon a fire spirit, and by clicking on it, you will release it and get free summoning charms. So it's very useful. However, this method is a little bit slow, only 950 logs per hour in average, and you will absolutely need to be 5 player or more on the bonfire to get the maximum experience. So the maximum experience is around 322k experience per hour with magic logs and the Ring of Fire and the Flame Gloves. So level 1 to 99 would take around 45 hours and cost 50 million GPs. There are tons of places where you can train with the bonfire methods, but the best one is in the Lumbridge Shellor at World 100. So there are tons of people there, so you're always sure to get the maximum experience. But there are many other spots like the Granite Change and Castle Wars. For the inventory, it's very easy, a full inventory of logs. If you don't know what logs to use, then simply wait until the end of the video for the section what method to use, or you can click the link in the description. And for the equipment, it's a Ring of Fire and Flame Gloves if you have them. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is withdraw a full inventory of logs, for example magic log, and simply select the add logs option from the fire, and that's pretty much it. So right now I'm in the Lumbridge Shellor at World 100, and as you can see there are tons of people. Well, you cannot really see, but there are tons of people, so you're sure to get the maximum experience for 5 or more players, and then simply repeat. So click on the bank right here, withdraw more logs, and then simply add logs again. If you have difficulty because there are too many people to add the logs, you can click on the little edge right here, and you will only select the fire, so it's easier to select the add logs option. If there are fire spirits, then simply click on them to get the charms. For those who want to be very efficient, there are ways to train firemaking with the bonfire and cook at the same time while still getting the same amount of experience in firemaking. And there are also ways to do firemaking and alchemy for magic experience. So I won't discuss those methods in this video, but if you want to watch them, then simply click the annotation on the screen. Okay, so now let's talk about the Pyrelord method. So many people think that it has been nerfed because of the Bonfire update and the tool belt, but no, it's still the fastest experience of the game at 583k experience per hour. So it's really fast, but it's really click intensive too, especially because of the Bonfire and the tool belt option. So in order to use this method, you will need 46 summoning, to summon a Pyrelord, and you will also, it's not really needed, but I highly recommend to have it. It's level 50 construction to have the Demon Butler and a special personal house organization to maximize experience rate. So level 1 to 99 with the Pyrelord method would take only 25 hours, and it will cost you around 56 million GPs. The best place to train with a Pyrelord is inside your personal own house, but you will need to organize it first. So in the east part of your personal own house, you will want to build a garden with a portal. So the reason why it's in the east part is because when you will Firemake, you will move to the west. So by starting in the east, you will need to Firemake all the way to the west, which is a lot of inventory. And once you're in the west part, you simply click teleport to house again, and you will be teleported to the east part of your house. So it's very efficient. You can also build a dining room with a bell pull near your garden. So if your butler goes away or you simply don't know where it is, you simply pull the bell and it will be back. So you can use it to unnote your logs. For the items, you will want noted logs and the rest will be logs. You will also want to have a lot of teleport to house and a Pyrelord pouch. For the equipment, it's a ring of fire, flame gloves as usual for the bonus experience, and an amulet of glory when your Pyrelord will die and will have to get a new pouch. The Pyrelord method is quite tricky. First of all, use a log on the Pyrelord, wait a little bit, and then use the light option of another log in your inventory. And as you can see, both logs will be lit at the same time. So that's why it's so good experience. It's actually twice faster than the regular Bonfire method. So simply use the log on the Pyrelord, wait a little bit, and then use the light option to lit both logs at the same time. So it can be a little bit tricky to get the right timing, but after a while you will get used to it and you will naturally fail. So if you need more logs, what's great about being in your personal own house is that you have a butler. The best one is the Demon Butler at level 50 dungeonery, so I have 50 construction. So you can use it to insert your logs, your knotted logs, and you will go to the bank, get the logs, and come back so you don't actually have to move. You can continue to Firemake all the time without actually wasting time going to the bank. So that's why it's so good. And your butler will follow you all the time and he won't go away. So that's another good thing. When you reach the west part of your personal own house after a lot of inventories, you can simply teleport to your house with your tablet to be teleported to the portal in the east part. You simply ring the bell right here so the butler come back to the east part, and you simply keep doing. So use the log on your Pyrelord and use the lit option, and keep doing until you're level 99. Now let's talk about the Jadinko Lair method, and the great thing about the Jadinko Lair is that it's totally free, so no cost at all. Another very good thing is that it's semi away from keyboard, so sometimes you have to be attentive, and sometimes you can be away from keyboard, and you will even get woodcutting experience and favor, so you can get herblore habitat seeds. The only bad things is that you will need at least level 83 Firemaking and 83 woodcutting. But except that, it's a very good method, and you can get 300k experience per hour in Firemaking and 27k experience in woodcutting. So level 1 to 99 would take around 45 hours, and you will even make 1 million experience in woodcutting. To go to the Jadinko Lair, it's very easy. Simply use a Juju Teleport Spirit Bag. They can be bought at the Grand Exchange, or a Witch Doctor Mask if you have one. Then simply use the Agility shortcut and enter the lair. You will have to go to the east part of the lair for the curled roots that you will use to train Firemaking. Okay, so for the inventory, you will want to bring a Juju Spirit Bag and a Beaver Pouch. The Beaver Pouch is better than the Pyrelord for the experience per hour because of its bonus in woodcutting. And for the equipment, it's a Ring of Fire and Flame Gloves, the best hatchet you can use. And if you have an Inferno Aids, it will be very useful. And you can also bring a Lumberjack outfit. It's not really needed, but it will boost the amount of experience you will get in woodcutting. Okay, so your main goal in the Jadinko Lair to train Firemaking is to collect curly root, and to do so you will have to cut curly roots. For example, this one right here, so not the straight one, it won't give you experience in Firemaking. So be aware that they can change form. For example, this one is curly and now it's straight, and it won't give you experience in Firemaking. So when it happens, simply switch to another curly roots right here, for example. So by cutting it and then collecting it, you will get 4 curly roots in your inventory. But if you have the Inferno Aids, then because of its special effect, you will only normally get 3 of them, and you will burn 1 automatically and get the Firemaking experience. So it's way faster experience, so I highly recommend to get one if you can. So when your inventory is full of curly roots, simply head to the fire right here and light every single curly roots, and this is the away from keyboard part. So once your inventory is all light up, simply go back and cut more curly roots to get more curly roots in your inventory and train Firemaking all the way to level 99. And finally, I will talk about the Book of Char from the quest The Firemaker Curse. So it's a very special item that has a special ability. So basically by activating it and then by running over logs, you will light them automatically and get double experience. So it's very good, but you can only use it once and it will only last 2 minutes. So please take note that you cannot use any other bonus with the Book of Char. For example, the Ring of Fire and the Flame Gloves, it won't work. There are 3 main ways to use the Book of Char efficiently. The death methods, which take a lot of time to set up and has a lot of requirement, but it's the most experience gain in a day. There's also the Beast of Burden method, which is the most common and easy to use. So you will get only 60k experience, but it will only take you 3 minutes of work, so 1 million experience per hour of work. So it's very good, and this is the method I will show in this video. There's also the Beast of Burden with dropping method. So it also takes only 3 minutes, but you will need to click a lot. You will need to be very concentrated. You can reach up to 2 million experience per hour of work. So if you want to check the death method or the Beast of Burden with dropping method, then simply click the annotation on the screen. Your main goal with the Book of Char is to line up as many logs as you can, and to do this you can use a Beast of Burden. It's very fast and very easy. So first of all, you will have to summon a Beast of Burden, for example a Pakak, and then fill it with logs. Then your goal will be to dismiss it while standing on one of the X on the picture, while having the Pakak disposed exactly like the top left corner screen picture. So by doing that 3 to 5 times, they will be all lined up. So then you can activate your Book of Char and then run over the logs to get a lot of experience. Many people think that summoning and dismissing 5 Pakaks will be the most efficient. It's true that you will get more experience, but it's not necessarily more efficient because of all the logs you will waste. So thinking that way, by dismissing the Pakak, you will drop the logs on the floor for 2 minutes, and the Book of Char alone lasts for 2 minutes. That means that for sure all the logs you drop before activating the Book of Char will disappear before the end of the Book of Char, and they will all go to waste. And also think about that. By dismissing the first Pakak, the timer starts there, so by the time you dismiss and summon all the 4 other Pakaks, it will be like 1 minute at the timer, so you will only have 1 minute with the Book of Char to run over the 30 logs before they disappear, and it's impossible. So for sure there will be logs that will go to waste. So personally, I recommend to use around 4 Pakaks if you're used with the method. If you're new, you can use only 3 Pakaks. With 3, it's very easy to run over all of them and don't waste anything. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But you can still use the 5 Pakaks for the maximum experience, but you will have to waste a little bit of money. Okay, so first of all, withdraw a Pakak pouch and a full inventory of logs, summon your Pakak, and put all the logs in your Pakak. Now you want to bank again and withdraw another pouch and another full inventory of logs. Now you want to stand on the X, like if you remember the last picture, so right here, and have your familiar in southwest part. So by dismissing it, it will go in the southwest part of your Pakak, so right there. So now you can summon a new one, put more logs into it, then bank, withdraw another pouch and another full inventory. And by going back to the first X and by moving 1 spot left, then your Pakak will be in the next spot. So when you dismiss it, the new logs that it will drop will be right next to the first one you dropped. So they will be all lined up that way. So simply summon a new one, put all the logs in it, withdraw another full inventory. In this video I will only use 3 Pakaks because I'm doing it slowly to show you how to do it, and I don't really want to waste magic logs. So anyway, if your familiar is north of you, simply run south then north and it will go back to southwest of you. So now I will move 2 square left, dismiss it, select the yes option, and they will all be lined up. Now I can activate my Book of Char and then run west, then east, then west, then east, over the logs to burn them. So as you can see, I get 120 experience. So this is for 2 logs. So if you run, then you can get 2 logs per experience pop up. So it's very fast experience, and you will simply do that for 2 minutes. So now if you want to know which method to use, then simply click the link in the description, then click the Firemaking icon. So you will be on my calculator page, and there you'll be able to see all the different methods I mentioned. So Bonfire, Pyrelord, and the curly roots. From the Jadinko Lair, you will be able to see all the experience, coins per experience, and experience per hour. All the prices are updated every day automatically, so they are never outdated. They are also my dynamic calculator that will tell you which one will be the most efficient depending on how much your time is worth. So usually your time is per hour is where the money you can make per hour with your best money making ways. So it will summon a new tab, and on this tab you will be able to see how much it will cost for 1 million experience in Firemaking, the time to get the money, the time to get the experience, and the total time, which is what is important. So your goal is to find a method with the least total time. For example, Killer Roots right now it's only 3 hours to get 1 million experience. But if, for example, you make only 500k GP per hour with your best method, then the best method will be still Killer Roots because it costs nothing. But if you don't want to use this method because you don't have the level, then another very decent way to train will be logs with Orn because it's only 6.5 hours. There's also logs, but the most efficient one will be maple logs at only 5.86 hours to get 1 million experience. But if, for example, you make 5 million GP per hour with your best method, so way more cash, then you can use a better method that will cost a little bit more, but will get more experience. So the best method would be Magic Lot with a Pyrelord at 2.6 hours for 1 million experience.